I bet you are familiar with the phrase, money is power. In case you've had your doubt about this phrase, let me just tell you it's a fact. Let's face it, our world has always been ruled by the most powerful and richest persons because they know how to use their wealth to influence important policies and resources. With so many rich families who use their money to buy influence, it is hard to fault people who believe money is synonymous with power. After all, there are not many problems that some cool dollars cannot solve. From politics to real estate to banking to oil, the influence of powerful families can cut across a wide range of industries. Today, some families you have heard about and others you've never heard of are secretly ruling our world. These families are so powerful and wealthy that they wield enormous power over the rest of us without our knowledge. You'll be surprised to know how much power some of them wield. These are the top families that rule the world. The Windsor family, also known as the British royal family, is perhaps the most powerful family in the world. The family, which is led by the world-famous Queen Elizabeth II, boasts influence and power that transcends politics. Make no mistake, the Queen's power is not limited to Great Britain. Beyond Britain, Queen Elizabeth II is the head of state of about 15 Commonwealth realms, including Canada, New Zealand, Australia, the Bahamas, Jamaica, and more. As early as 1935, an 8-year-old Princess Elizabeth appeared as a child on the 20 Canadian dollars note. Till today, an older Queen Elizabeth II appears on the country's $20 note. However, Canada's purple $25 note, which had King George V and Queen Mary in the front and the Windsor Castle in the back, has been withdrawn from circulation. Moreover, Queen Elizabeth II personifies Canada and is the personal symbol of allegiance for all Canadians. The same goes for other countries where she is head of state. That's some power, isn't it? Forbes describes the Windsor family as a $28 billion empire that pumps hundreds of millions of pounds into the economy of the United Kingdom annually. The family's assets include the $19.5 billion Crown Estate, the estimated $4.9 billion Buckingham Palace, which houses the Queen, the $1.3 billion Duchy of Cornwall, and many million-dollar estates. Outside of the family's $28 billion, Queen Elizabeth boasts more than an estimated $500 million in personal assets, thanks to her art, jewels, investment, and real estate, which include Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle. Further highlighting the Windsor family's influence is the humongous amount of money they add to the UK's economy. For example, the Crown Estate pulled in more than $700 million in the fiscal year ending March 31, 2020. In 2015, G.H. Hurt & Sons, the firm which designed Princess Charlotte's baby shawl, recorded 100,000 visits after pictures of the newborn appeared in the British press. The lavish televised royal wedding of Harry and Meghan in 2015 boosted the UK economy by an estimated $1.5 billion. Clearly, the Windsor family's power and influence cut across every sphere of society. That leads us to another family which has wielded royal power for several decades. You probably don't know, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was named after the House of Saud. Specifically, King Abdulaziz, known as Ibn Saud in the West, founded the kingdom in 1932. The head of the Saud family is the King of Saudi Arabia, who serves as the head of state. The current king is Salman bin Abdulaziz. King Salman is an absolute monarch. This means he has almost absolute and unlimited political power over the kingdom. Knowing the enormous power he has, he is never shy to wield it as much as possible. Besides, the Saud family is estimated to include some 15,000 members. However, only about 2,000 of them possess the majority of power, wealth, and influence that the kingdom offers. The family is believed to have an estimated net worth of more than $1.4 trillion, which comes as a result of the decades of oil revenue-generated expansion. Due to his wealth distribution, several senior princes and princesses have been able to accumulate mostly unauditable wealth to gain more political influence. This oil wealth is not surprising considering the Saud family owns a vast majority stake in Saudi Aramco, one of the largest companies in the world by revenue. If you use fossil fuel, chances are you've used oil produced by Saudi Aramco many times in the past. The Saud family's assets transcend the shores of Saudi Arabia. Don't let anyone tell you the royal family is not involved in the ownership of Newcastle, one of the oldest and biggest football clubs in the UK. The public investment fund PIF owns about 80% stake in Newcastle. Interestingly, the PIF, which was created to invest funds on behalf of the Saudi government, has Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as its chairman. Members of the Saudi royal family are almost like the feathers of my grandmother's favorite bird. You find their influence everywhere you go. Talking about wealth, the Walton family has it in abundance. You've probably shopped a lot in Walmart, thanks to their huge presence in several locations, but had no idea the retailer is owned by the Walton family. Founded by Sam Walton in 1962, Walmart has grown into one of the most famous companies in the world. Walmart's success makes the Walton family the richest in America, with a net worth of $247 billion as of 2020, according to Forbes. Since 2001, the three most prominent living members of the Walton family, Jim, Rob, and Alice, have consistently been in the top 20 of the Forbes 400 list. Their fortune has continued to rise as Walmart's presence spans across the globe. As of February 2022, Walmart has 10,593 stores and clubs in 24 countries, including Chile, Costa Rica, Mexico, Nicaragua, and Canada. It also has 414 stores in Africa. Clearly, the company has huge presence in nearly all continents. So it's no surprise that it is the world's largest company by revenue, with $571.962 billion as of February 2022. The family-owned business is also the largest private employer in the world, with 2.3 million employees. Besides Walmart, the Walton family owns Arvest Bank, which operates 16 banks in Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri in the U.S. The Walton family is, without any doubt, one of the most powerful and wealthiest families in the world. Another family with a vast amount of wealth and influence is the Mars family. Frank Mars, the patriarch of the family, created Mars, the world's largest candy company. The company is best known for Milky Way, M&M's, and Snickers bars. The presence of these products transcends the United States. For example, you will find Snickers bars in almost any country you go to. The chocolate bar is fancied by both children and adults. Interestingly, the Mars family prefers to wield their influence in secret, as they are very protective of their privacy. Only Jacqueline Mars and Victoria B. Mars, Frank's grandchildren, have been photographed in public. Despite their private life, the Mars family's net worth is not unknown. In 2021, Bloomberg put the family's net worth at $141.9 billion. Siblings Jacqueline and John Mars each boast a net worth of $31 billion, according to Forbes. Now, do not mistake the Mars family's private life for political naivete. For example, they were among the billionaire families who lobbied Congress to get rid of the estate tax. These families spent millions to save billions. Surely, the Mars family knows how to use money to protect their power. In terms of wealth and power that cuts across the globe, the Koch family is another family that stands out. The Koch family owns Koch Industries, which was started by Fred Koch. The company is a multinational conglomerate with companies that manufacture paper, create fertilizers, process minerals, refine oil, amongst others. Charles Koch took over as chairman and CEO of the family company after his father died in 1967. Until about a year before his death in 2019, David Koch was the firm's executive vice president. Despite his death, David's family and Charles each still own 42% of the company. According to Bloomberg, Koch Industries was worth $124 billion in 2021, thanks largely to its annual revenue of about $115 billion. Unsurprisingly, the Koch family does not limit their influence to only business. They frequently make political donations through Koch Industries. It's easy to suggest businesses make political donations to curry favors from politicians. In March 2022, U.S. congressional lawmakers were scrutinized for collecting campaign donations from Koch Industries after the campaign decided to keep doing business in Russia amid the invasion of Ukraine. Some ethics lawyers suggested the donations could influence how lawmakers vote to further aid Ukraine's fight against Russia. Interestingly, not many people know the secret power the Koch family wields amid the Russia-Ukraine war. In case you had any doubt, you now know money is indeed power. Families who have money in abundance have developed the skill of wielding its power to their utmost benefit. Which family do you think wields the most power in the world? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.